Diploma Program is a broad 2-year program, set of classes that are linked to one another. The IB Diploma Program is about 50 years old and it's internationally known. And the reason for the 2 years is part of the philosophy is that students will go beyond the who, what, and where, but into the why and how. And so students have 2 years to take classes in 6 different areas. So language and literature, world language, history, sciences, math, and then the arts.
I think what appeals to me about the IB philosophy is getting to go deeper into just a few topics and engage students in the kind of studies that they might do in college, as well as taking time to independently research things on their own, rather than simply covering lots of content extremely quickly.
I think some of the advantages are that my students seem to have developed more confidence and more persistence. Their communication within the topic is a lot stronger than I typically see. They develop stronger relationships with each other, and I've noticed that they see a lot more connections between different subject areas. In general, the fact that we're looking at things from an inquiry standpoint means that their curiosity is activated, and I feel like students are more engaged.
So I feel like all of my classes are honestly college classes. I've sat in on several college lectures and seminar classes, and my IB DP classes feel very similar to those compared to AP classes. It's a lot of talking, a lot of discussing topics and not really coming to one clear answer, and there's not a lot of rote memorization. It's more like figuring things out for yourself and coming to what you believe is the best conclusion. And I believe that those skills, along with the hard skills I learned, like learning how to write, learning how to research, will benefit, and people skills will benefit me greatly in college and in my future career.
I think one thing that really sets IB program classes apart is this emphasis on balance, right? You are not just learning material to take a test at the end of your senior year. That is one component of it. There are so many other really important ways for students to show their learning, and that takes place throughout 2 years versus students just kind of cramming for a test maybe at the end of their senior year.
I chose to pursue the IB Diploma because I really wanted to connect with other people. The classes are really small, so I got the chance to connect with other peers and other people who are really passionate about learning. I also took it because I wanted to have more of a challenging coursework. In my other classes before, I took a couple AP classes, but I really liked DP because I could take a bunch of higher level coursework and it all combined and work together.
The thing that appeals to me most about the IB philosophy is that it looks at students very holistically, and instead of my subject matter, which is math, being very compartmentalized, we end up asking questions that delve into other topics and other subject areas.
In the program, all the teachers try to relate the classes to each other. So the curriculums, they're obviously the different subjects, but at Theory of Knowledge, we're learning about history, and we talk about stuff they're talking about. In my actual history class, we also mention stuff in history. We mentioned biology and to connect all the subjects together.
I think that my teaching practice has been impacted from teaching IB by encouraging students to do a lot of thinking on their own and being okay with making mistakes and taking the time to figure things out for themselves as they further develop as scholars in high school.
And then in a program as a whole, students are getting experience with a lot of different subject areas, a lot of different testing formats. They're getting experience with literally thinking about how they think in their TOK class. And they're getting experience as well with looking into global citizenship, looking into creativity and arts and service, and taking action in their local communities with their CAS expectations. So I think it's really awesome to see a program like the International Baccalaureate program that is not just centered on students as students, but students as local citizens and students as global citizens.